Welcome back to another issue. I'm Beastie Boy.
I'm Table.
I'm Red.
And it is I, Shino Brando.
For today, if you're tuning in for Joker content, the joke's on you. We're going to discuss all the worst Jokers across all medias. Starting off with my choice is the Young Justice Joker, voiced by Brett Spinner. Or Spiner, I'm going to say.
Spider.
Spiner, yeah, I thought so. But,
Spinal.
yeah, he's one of the... When I saw him come up onto the screen for the Young Justice episode of, the Legion of Villains, was it? Yeah.
Injustice Gang.
Yeah, that was I looked and I saw him. I was like, hey, the design is different. And I was like, hey, that's fair. And then you hear him, and he sounds like,
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled mayhem to bring you this.
he sounds like that nerdy impressionist that's trying, and is really trying.
His design is terrible. He looks like a cheap Yakuza boss. Like I don't like any of it, man. He looks terrible.
He's like, I will do anything it takes, and I'm the boss. And it's like, you're gonna get knocked out in like 2 hits.
Like, man, the character alone doesn't seem like him. His voice isn't right. The haircut is too. The haircut's too haircutty. Like he doesn't look like a Joker, man. He just looks like a guy in cosplay. It's terrible, man.
The voice is, I think it was too nasally too, from what I remember, because it was just God, it sounded like some dude that was playing League of Legends that was trying.
My personal issue with their choice to include the Joker in Young Justice is that there are a lot of villains that are appropriate to set up against a kids team.
Mm-hmm.
Joker's not one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And to kind of make it work, they just completely altered the character to be like, no, it's actually fine that he's here. Trust, don't worry about it. Because good animated Joker is difficult because it means you have to get creative. But instead of getting creative, they just got weird.
And weird is good, but yeah. That man's conning us to believe he's the Joker.
I just get the feeling that this one touches kids, you know?
Oh.
Are you saying he's not the Joker, he's the fiddler?
No, we talked about the fiddler. Don't besmirch his good name. He's a very creepy Uncle Jay, is what he is.
He's, I don't know, man. I like, again, that the whole look and feel is all wrong. Yeah, just cheap Yakuza boss is what he looks like to me.
It's like he got like a cheap clown costume, literally cheap, and was like, hey, I can pull this off.
Let me dye part of it green and call it a day, and show up to meet Raj Al Ghul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Even more so, like most media, when you have the Joker is usually a good even on screen counterpart to what Batman looks like, right? So they have visually they have a gritty feel to them, but they kind of mirror match each other in that atmosphere of whatever, whatever design they're designed after, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Young Justice, Batman looks like a Batman, but this Joker doesn't look like his arch nemesis. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look like it doesn't look like even from the same designer. It doesn't match. You know what I mean?
Even Bane, who was voice acted by Danny Trejo, actually, was a lot better choice. But the Joker just didn't hit. I was like, man, this is not sitting right.
No, but for real, that Batman does not look like that could fight that Joker. It looks like we're from a different show.
Yeah, a completely different show. Like, it's just so weird.
It looks like a teenage Joker that just signed up for the job. Was like, hey, I can do this.
Which is even weird because even the Batman, Batman, Robin, Nightwing, Batgirl, they all look like they come from the same kind of design, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
unified Gotham look.
Yeah, and then Joker just doesn't look it. Like I keep saying it, but he look into the game Yakuza, or even just like a Yakuza underling, and this is what he looks like. Just a suit and tie, nothing flash in this guy to even stand out. Like other Jokers at least had something that stood out. Like even the color palette was even brighter, just to kind of offset the screen. And as dark in a dark show. It just doesn't match. It doesn't work.
Mm-mm. Just it doesn't.
I
suit,
think
man.
Ra's al Ghul would laugh at that, man. And not in a haha, that's the Joker, he, you know? More of like, what the fuck? Who invited you?
Yeah.
This fucking scrub.
And the wallet chain, the sideburns, it's like, bro, you're trying the cut off leather gloves, bro, you're trying too hard.
Oh, man.
And his voice doesn't fucking match anything.
It doesn't go. It's just terrible, man. Terrible.
It's a sad depiction. It is a sad
They
depiction.
tried.
Yes,
They
it is.
failed.
They didn't try hard enough because this sucks.
But hey, at least the show itself is better than the depiction of him. So
Well, like Red said, the great thing about it is you don't get much of him. You get whatever you get, and then he's gone.
I think he's featured for a episode, and then he shows up, like his face shows up, but he doesn't talk when they're talking to the light.
Yeah,
and that's about it.
And that's all you need. Thank God.
I mean, you physically see him for the episode, and then I don't know if what's the second reference, like you said, but
like he's on when Black Manta is talking to his other cohorts. Welcome to the light. When he's introducing Calder to it, he pops up on screen.
Yeah, but he's also part of a fight later on.
Yeah, but he doesn't. He's saying he doesn't talk, so you don't get much.
Oh, gotcha. Right. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
No voice actor credit, no counting.
No counting. His appearances are slim and far, few and far between, and that's all we need.
That is fair.
Yeah.
But that's my Joker choice. Because that is a real joke. That passes it on to table.
Ho. Well, today we go from the animated series to comics because we're going to talk about Death of the Family. Now, just to be clear to any listeners, this is not Death in the Family. That's different. That Joker is fine. Death of the Family is not fine, is the way we're going to put this. It lasted from Batman Volume 2, number 13 to number 17, with a number of little tie-ins and such across books. And it was 2012 to 2013, so we're looking at the New 52 era.
In the modern parlance, anyway.
We're not off to a great start.
God damn it, Scott Snyder.
Yeah. So, in this storyline, the Joker does a bunch of weird shit. Like, he gets his face ripped off for fun, drama, and being a creep. He tries to marry Batgirl. There is a League of Smiles, which is some sort of League of Assassins ripoff.
First, let me shoot you in your spine, and then let me marry you.
Because he's a creep.
Let's not forget the fact that it is an interpretation that that's not all he might do to Barbara.
Oh yeah. Wait. Oh, you mean the panels in the Killing Joke that made you feel uncomfortable that DC had to backtrack and be like, no, nothing happened.
Let's remind everybody that that's a maybe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, remember, because editorial staff said, remember, it's okay to cripple the bitch.
Yep.
Link to the episode when we talk about that at the top right.
We also get the Joker, kidnapping Alfred somehow without getting all of his bones broken. We have Jim Gordon being hospitalized by poison. We have lots of explosives and a reservoir with corpses full in it that are also poisoned.
And that's just a Thursday night.
The whole point of this storyline is the Joker thinks that Batman's better off if he kills off his entire family, much like many DC writers. And he tries to execute it.
Does it also, if I remember this correctly, I believe it also features a scene where it features all of the extended Bat family, and by that I mean anybody that's not Batman, tied up in chairs, and it looks like their face is cut too.
Yeah, what was that about?
That was just fucked up and weird, honestly.
Were their faces cut off?
No.
I think it's supposed to just. I think it's a hallucination.
Oh,
yeah, there's a
okay.
lot of joke toxin getting used. People see weird things. It's yeah.
Okay.
There's a
Damn.
pile of dead Harleys at one point, I believe. That happens in this one.
Pause.
And
What? Excuse me. What?
so, by this point in comics, Harley is largely opposed to the Joker. She doesn't work with him much anymore.
Okay.
But, she gets like blackmailed into helping him a little bit, and then he chains her up in a room full of corpses in Harley costumes, stating that she is not the first, she is not the last, but she was one of the better ones. So he might keep her around if she cooperates.
Oh, he habitually takes orphans too.
Not even necessarily orphans. Sometimes just I guess manipulatable women.
Just susceptible women. I am so sorry.
And that's not kidnapping.
Wow.
That made me feel skeevy.
Wow.
It is incredibly skeevy.
Wow, man.
Jesus Christ, that gave me the fucking heebie-jeebies. Go on, though.
Wow.
We also get a confrontation between him and Catwoman, where he puts her through a bunch of weird shit based around the good old joke, there's lots of ways to skin a cat. And he's like, look, I'm either going to kill you or you're going to be his greatest arch nemesis because that would be dope. And she tells him to go fuck himself. And he's like, no, being in love with him is your greatest weakness. And Catwoman's like, well, actually, being in love with him might be your greatest weakness. And look, I'm not saying it's not possible for the Joker to be in love with Batman, because some depictions he definitely is, but I am not here for bat jokes. I am not. That is a gross ship. I don't like it. Stay away from the emaciated clown dick.
Frank Miller says it's a love that never happened.
Good.
It's a flower that never blossomed.
I have a question, I promise you it's not going to make the final cut. Does the curtain match the drapes?
It would have to.
Yeah, no, technically, yeah, it would have to.
It's just green now.
Leave this in.
Green now. He's just green now.
Just, yeah.
But everything about this Joker is horrible and upsetting
and skeevy.
Icky.
And so what was his grand scheme was to what? Just have Batman kill off his family members?
No, not even have Batman do it. To kill them all off himself.
Oh, okay.
And I'm pretty sure, and he failed.
So okay, so my follow-up question is, because usually his plans are to usually kind of make Batman do something he wouldn't normally do, right? So in this case of like trying to fuck around the family, what was his point of like teetering Batman? What was his goal?
He kind of explains that he is the court jester to Batman's king, and that it's his job to like tell him stuff that he wouldn't hear from anybody else, and also make him his best self, and that this is the way to do that.
Oh, I don't like any of that either.
He's icky and weird, and the least creepy thing he did was consensually get his face cut off. What the fuck?
We could just get a facelift, bro. We don't have to take the whole face off.
So, like, this man, okay, wants to get his face cut off for no reasons, but we'll let the man slide, okay? He wants it, fine. He tells the doll maker, okay, I want you to cut off my face. Doll maker's like, yeah, I'm not doing that. That's not fucking happening, dude. So he sends his son. Joker shoots his son right in the fucking head and says, no, I asked you to do it.
Okay.
So then the dollmaker ends up in Arkham for other reasons. Joker goes to him. General crime, yep. And the Joker walks up to his fucking cell and goes, I told you to do something. And so he does.
Okay.
And that's how he loses his face.
Man just wanted to.
So wait, so the removing of his face was for what?
A really shitty metaphor that doesn't even get explicitly put in the text.
Oh, so what was the metaphor?
So you know how some of the some depictions of Batman do the good old like, oh, Bruce Wayne's just a mask. That it's and like the real face is the mask. Well, the Joker was doing my real face is now a mask. Haha, isn't that funny?
Okay, my real face is a face. King Shark is a shark. I got you.
See,
okay.
that's a bad joke in itself, and I shouldn't put it there. So,
oof.
Fuck, this dude's looking like the crown crap prince of crime. Like
the crown prince of stop.
I mean, so wait, so like he eventually has to get his face back on somehow, right? Because I mean, like you can't walk around with your face.
So first, this fucking thing needs to get passed to like 5 other people and preserved the whole time.
Wait, hold on. What? It gets passed around?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
More than one character wears the Joker's face for a face.
I know one character that wears it, but I'm just otherwise I don't know about the rest of them.
People are wearing this guy's face. Okay, go on.
Mm-hmm.
No, Red. This is an excellent transition point to who you wanted to talk about.
Excellent. So I want to talk about one of the fucking worst Jokers. Her name, she goes by Joker's daughter as an alias.
Mm-hmm.
Her real name is Duella Dent. No relation.
Duella Dent.
Duella Dent. No relation to one Harvey Dent.
Okay.
Okay, I was like.
But in another continuity, she is the daughter of Three-Face.
What?
You heard me. She is the canonical daughter, well, in a different continuity anyway. In pre-crisis, or sorry, post-crisis, but not New 52. She is the daughter of Three-Face.
Who the fuck is that?
That's all I've got. Her mom. Her dad is the Jokester.
Who the fuck is that?
What is happening? Okay,
people.
So she is a straight up fucking. She belongs in the goddamn loony bin. Like, if there's a padded room, she needs to be in there permanently.
Not the loony bin. She belongs in Looney Tunes, frankly.
Face.
No. Bugs Bunny would look at her and be like, "That's fucked up."
Bugs Bunny would look at her and launch her off a cliff.
Because she's also canonically said out loud that she is Catwoman's daughter, the daughter of Scarecrow, the daughter of the Riddler, and the daughter of the motherfucking chubby fucking Birdman himself, the Penguin.
We need a parentage test up in here.
Sorry, what was that? What was the other name you gave the
Catwoman? Sorry, Scarecrow, Riddler.
No, the Jokester.
Yeah. Yeah, the Jokester.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Three-Face, Jokester.
Oh, I have to see these things.
What was the mom's name? What was their name for the mom?
I believe the mom is Three-Face and the dad is Jokester.
The mom is Three-Face. Holy. Wow.
Oh, man.
Talk about derivative, huh?
So, she was born in the suburbs outside of Gotham. She's a straight-up psychopath from a young age. Her things she likes to do by herself for fun are putting spiders in light bulbs and watching them burn and creating a corset out of barbed wire. And then wearing it.
That doesn't sound comfortable.
I mean, what do you mean comfortable? What the fuck?
The Jokester. Oh, God. Okay, Earth 3. And everything is in threes. I don't
no, the Jokester. Did you say Jokester?
Maybe.
Jokester. That's a real word, Red.
I understand that's a real word. My brain did not do that. Obviously.
It's okay.
Okay. So the Jokester and Three-Face.
So in the same continuity that the Joker cuts off his own fucking face, Duella's so not in Earth 3, Duella's parents take her to a hospital after they caught her cutting off her own face with the box cutter. Then they get her surgery to fix the damage she did, and she's like,
no shit.
Yeah, I guess that's fine, but she ends up with a big scar on her face, and she's like, yeah, now I'm pretty.
Ma'am.
So eventually, her parents kick her out of the fucking house because she's too much of a fucking crackhead. So Duella lands herself in Gotham with a cat who's not named on the search for the Nethers. in the underground tribes that live in the Gotham sewers.
Okay.
During this journey, she finds the Joker's face from Table's story, puts it on, and starts to call herself the Joker's daughter. She clips it to her own face.
Clips it to her own face.
I forgot about that. Don't remind me.
She will be she's the third owner of the Joker's face.
Is that counting the Joker himself?
It is. The Joker, the Gotham City Police Department, and then the Joker's daughter.
Now her.
Okay. Ew.
Okay. Cursed is too soft a word.
So she goes up to a couple. Because if you actually walked in front of the Joker, you're pretty much dead, you know?
Yeah, that's how that works.
If you cross paths with this man, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
This couple that Joker's daughter interacted with, the man wasn't being very nice to his lady. In my details, it wasn't specific on how he wasn't nice. It's just he wasn't being very nice. So she went up behind him, scared the shit out of him, and he ran away, and the lady thanked her.
Okay. Why do I feel like there's more to this?
Well, the lady called her the Joker, and so she took on the rebranding. She eventually meets the leader of the tribe that she was initially looking for, the Nethers, via a character called Charon. He offers her to stay with the tribe, but she straight up assaults him and takes over the tribe, then banishes Charon.
What the?
Her plan with this tribe was to show the world what happens when ugly takes over.
How dare you? Western beauty standards? Question mark.
A, you just ripped off a book called The Uglies. B,
I'm ugly and I'm proud.
To end her career, she did a brief stint with the Suicide Squad, but got kicked off the Suicide Squad with her inhibitor chip taken out and everything because she fought too often with Harley Quinn.
Naturally.
I mean, yeah.
Yo, no, you're telling me that she was so bad? Not even bad.
Task Force X kicked her off the fucking team.
Because she fought with another member too much.
Yeah.
Bro, that's...
You have personality issues on this team of people with personality issues. Get out.
That's saying something.
No. This is the queen of personality issues.
She stapled a dude's face to her face.
And called herself the daughter of that person's face.
We don't know how long this face was sitting in the sewer where she found it.
Oh, I forgot about this.
They're not even really
Disgusting.
Someone please take us out of this this shitstorm that I've wound.
Hey Sheena, what you got?
No problem. I'm gonna go die on a hill right now because my hatred for Joaquin Phoenix's Joker is truly high. And I know there's a fan base who really loves that movie and they really love that character. And they did, people have gone to New York and done the stupid dance and the goddamn steps, which is dumb as shit. I don't care what anybody says. It's terrible. The whole thing is terrible. The whole origin's terrible. He shouldn't have an origin. He shouldn't have a name.
It is a Joker line, if you've read any book ever, that the Joker would prefer his own goddamn origin to be multiple choice.
It's all a mystery. He shouldn't. You're not supposed to know what kind. You're not supposed to know the monster. You just have to know that he's a monster, and that's all. Right? That's it. That's all. There's no fixing this guy. Yet we're gonna try to humanize him by giving us this fucking movie about this guy's general breakdown. I mean, don't get me wrong. The message and cause is noble. I get it. Right? You want to show the deterioration of the human psyche, and it's one bad day and whatever. I get what they were trying to do, but like to dress it down with a character just to sell your tickets sucks. You didn't do the character any justice. Sucks. The storyline doesn't match up with anything that follows the Joker. So like meeting a young Bruce Wayne just for the sake of saying, hey, this is a DC movie, so we gotta name drop someone in here.
Who the fuck is Arthur Fleck?
It doesn't make any. It just none of it added up. It's almost predictable near the end of it when you find out that half the people were part of his his imagination. Like it's just so terrible. In the progression of how this guy becomes a Joker. In I put that in quotations, Joker. The makeup doesn't even look like Joker makeup. It just looks like a guy in a clown makeup and a terrible suit.
He's just a shitty clown.
Yeah, he's just a shitty. Like it's just so terrible.
This man, from what I've seen of this movie, because I have not sat my ass down and watched it, this man is just obsessed with being one sad clown.
He's okay. So from what I gathered, he's trying to be super duper funny, and it doesn't work. People pick on him all the time, and so I guess this time he decides to snap. Meanwhile, he's telling the story of the possibility of this being a thing to a psychiatric doctor in a psychiatric hospital. Meanwhile, like the whole thing culminates to this guy, I guess, snapping, coming to this fucking asylum, only to be able to walk out after, which makes no sense. I don't know how that happened. So he took the time to tell his whole story to a dead psychiatrist and then walk out. That's what I got from the end of that movie.
From someone who actually saw this movie, sadly, the only thing I really appreciated from this was how it was shot, just like film wise. I was like, oh, cool. Everything else as mentioned story wise did not.
I guess I'm glad that a shitty movie about a character that shouldn't have an origin has great cinematography.
I was about to say the cinematography is fantastic. Right? Yeah, it's fantastic to look at. But as far as the movie goes, it's
the more I see about this movie, the more I see that it literally is like, hey, you know what kind of art film we should do?
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
How do we get funding for this weird art movie?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
But, and what the problem is the thing is it cinematically looks nice. The story was wrong. That's what hurt. Because I was sitting there. I was sitting there with my friends, and I was like, I was like, okay, artistically, scenes look interesting. Okay, this parts of it were questionable, but everything else, I was like, that shouldn't be there. He should not be interacting with this person here. How did this happen? What's going on? And I'm like, this story's not right.
This movie had to be was submitted for the 76th Venice International Film Festival. Okay. In order for this film to get any kind of headway, they peppered it down with a fucking Joker on it, man. And that's the only reason why this movie moves. Changed my mind.
Look, even if it's pretty, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I disagree with the message this movie is trying to send.
No,
it's trying to be some fancy fucking social commentary. Mm-hmm. But by sticking the Joker's name on it, they've ruined their entire point. Because they want you to think that maybe the fucked up things he do are sort of kind of justified if you squint at them from the right angle.
Yeah, squint at them with both eyes closed and look in the other fucking direction.
Yeah. First of all, nothing the Joker does is ever justifiable. That's the point.
That's the point.
Second of all, everything Joaquin Phoenix's Joker does in this movie is fucked up and weird. Very. Even when, he's not a good person.
Nope.
He just isn't. And it's constant attempts to make you sympathize with him so that when he does snap and commit just large amounts of murder, you're cool with it.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I'm like, no.
They try to romanticize this guy's homicidal tendencies, and that's again, that's what's shitty about this whole fucking film. You're not supposed to like him, but then they made you want to like him for a character that's got completely no origin. Right? It's just none of it added up. Again,
it's just a backing decision.
Yeah, he just doesn't look like the Joker. He doesn't sound like the Joker. He doesn't
shitty clown music isn't or clown makeup's not even Joker-ish.
And for the love of God, the fucking dance and the stupid steps is stupid as shit.
Yeah.
I don't care about it. Anybody's pictures if you've done it, I feel sorry for you. And I'm not going to pull a disclaimer on that. It's a dumb thing. It was dumb to see. It was dumb to do. And that whole scene is just stupid. The whole movie's stupid. He's terrible.
So because this is a Warner Brothers product, the fact that you made a movie that you literally couldn't merchandise is a waste of space.
There's nothing
Are
you can
telling
merch
me
out of that.
a character that connects to one of the most iconic superheroes for the last 80 some odd years?
Hard point. Yep.
You made something that you literally couldn't make anything about? Is that
Because
what you just funded?
Yeah, because design-wise, he doesn't look like the Joker, so you can't market this fucker.
Not even that. There's no fucking Funko Pops. There's no posters.
Nothing.
There's no nothing.
Nothing.
You've got the movie, and you've got it on Blu-ray, and you've got it on 4K, and that's it. Fun fact, it's not even on HBO Max yet.
Fun fact, it shouldn't be on HBO Max. Let's leave that one alone.
Like, I get your argument here, but also, if I had to look at merchandise for this movie, I would probably do illegal things to that merchandise.
I mean, what kind of merchandise can you really get? Like one Phoenix action figure and like just a bunch of like dead bodies?
I've got it.
Okay.
It'd probably just be clothing, and that's about it.
Fuck you. Team up with the biggest jokester himself, Jeffree Star, and you make a makeup line.
Wow.
I mean, we can rip on Jeffree as much as we want. We can make fun of him as much as we want because he's a piece of shit. So we can.
Is that the true purpose of makeup? Really?
Yeah, fuck him, whatever. Well, that was my pick, and I'm gonna die on that hill. If anybody who's listening to this, if you want to argue that, go ahead, fight me in the comments.
We've got a comment section for a reason. Meet us.
Yeah, I'll meet you there.
Feel free.
I'll meet you there.
The hands will be raised and fisticuffs will be thrown.
I will meet you right there.
Beastie, you got another one? You got an honorable mention here?
I don't really. No.
Table?
I think, Red, you know what time it is.
Uh-oh.
No, I've got an honorable mention.
Okay.
Do the honorable mention.
So my honorable mention is also from the comics. It's from Dark Knight's Metal, and it's the Joker dragon.
It's super phallic.
To scale it back, to bring it back down so people can understand, Dark Knight's Metal was supposed to be the Dark Crisis, and so it introduced a whole bunch of Dark Batman. It introduced one based off Aquaman. It based one off Wonder Woman. It based one off fucking Superman. It also featured the Batman Who Laughs, which is now who you see in comics a whole bunch. But they were all super controlled as the big boss monster by someone called Barbatos.
Who used to not be real, but is real now.
Correct. He used to be actually imaginary. The
actually
DC
fake,
boogeyman.
Okay.
And then Scott Snyder made him real. And then Greg Capullo drew him. Darn. He still looks neat, but besides the point. At his altar of fucking chaos, I don't know what it's called. That's probably what it's called, honestly. He's got at least two Joker-faced dragons. They've got green hair all along their back, and it looks like the Joker mask is spread across their fucking to make ears and wings or whatever.
It's completely absurd.
The only reason it exists is because it looks cool.
And
it looks
Joker
cool.
Dragon.
It succeeds.
I want Joker Dragon versus sentient Batman Batmobile.
I agree. Look, it doesn't have a plot reason. Fun. The only reason it exists is to make merchandise of it. It's literally the opposite of Joaquin Phoenix's fucking Joker.
Down.
But yes, I want that. I want that battle to happen. Sentient Batmobile versus stretched face Joker Dragon.
I mean, we almost have. That's almost like feasible if you could have him fight the Red Death, since that guy is like part Batmobile.
Listen, but all of them lose except for Barbatos versus Dr. Manbattan.
Manbattan, no, I hate
Man, I'm sorry. No, tell me this name again.
Man.
Tell me
this name again.
Dr. Manbattan.
I hate it.
Look,
in that
universe,
there's
a lot of things going on.
In that universe, Bruce Wayne decided to copy the experiments done to the person that would eventually become Dr. Manhattan. And then his universe exploded, and then the Batman Who Laughs picked him up, brought him to this universe, and right now, give or take in comics, he's kind of kicking around with also the Batum.
Who the hell is that? No, yeah. Who was that?
The Atom.
That got crushed in his first panel.
He did. He got run over.
Oh yeah. I remember that scene.
And furthermore, that name is terrible when he could have easily just gone Dr. Bat Manhattan. It just writes itself.
Scott Snyder, in a lot of interviews, has said that that's just the name we wrote down. We had multiple different arrangements of Bat in Manhattan, and no matter how you say it, it's valid.
Bat Manhattan. It's Manhattan, Batman, man. Like it just writes itself, guys.
It's a literal portmanteau, guys. Just smash it together.
It just works. I don't know. I don't work for DC, but apparently not a lot of people do now too. So.
And now, our feature presentation.
Jared Leto can suck my ass.
Oh, man. So let's begin. So I'm going to dive into Suicide Squad right now. I'm going to keep it simple because I know we're going to go into this topic later on in our cast here. So I'm going to keep it nice and light on the whole movie plot because I'm going to shit on that too at some point. But Joker in this movie, the fuck did he do? He was there. He was menacing, I guess his then ex-girlfriend or something at the time, trying to bust her out. Yeah, trying to bust her out. Then we don't hear from him. Then we get a slight montage. He comes back. He gets blown out of the sky in his helicopter, and that is all.
He flirts with Harley.
Yeah, for like all of 2 seconds.
I believe you see him get a tattoo.
Oh yeah. Don't forget that he came dressed in multiple outfits, like boxer shorts for some reason. Although
the Hot Topic coat that no matter when you're listening to the episode, I swear to God, you'll walk into any Hot Topic and still find the coat.
Purple jacket. Oh yeah, that long purple jacket. That's the boxer one I'm talking about. For some reason, he was dressed as a boxer, but there was no boxing ring. I have no idea why he had boxing shorts on in that long jacket. But what else is there? The
man literally wrote "damaged" on his fucking forehead.
Oh, let's talk about the club scene where he's talking to rapper Common, talking about like you could possibly touch my girlfriend if I allow you, and he puts up the stupid tattoo of the laughing smiley face on his hand. Although you already have a smiley face.
Why is there a second smiley face?
Well,
why are your teeth black as shit?
Why? And then yeah, like you said, you put damage on your forehead. Okay, and most people put tattoos on themselves to be able to like read their own tattoos. So when you look in the mirror, you're seeing the word damage backwards. Okay. Yep. You put a little J on your cheek because you forgot your initials. Forget his own name. So is this Memento? Like, what's going on? Like, the whole thing's terrible. And then like it bleeds into poor Harley, right? Because she's got to dress like she's from Hot Topic also.
She's got a lot of just real shit.
Because they've got to put merch in Hot Topic, duh.
Oh yeah, and then let's talk about the grills. Let's talk about the grills in his mouth because he's got his face smashed in by Batman.
He should have smashed.
What goddamn Batman? He doesn't show up in the goddamn movie enough to do anything.
Except for land on his Lamborghini to a cool ass rap song, and then like Joker just ditches it, and then.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we forget when they shat on Bohemian Rhapsody? Yeah, that's cool.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
One of the greatest songs to ever be written by Queen, and you just decided to take
and use it for
Indie Man and his Square Man band and do a rendition of it.
No, it was like, man, even the setup of trying to like turn Harley into Harley, that whole would you live for me? Would you die for me? The whole thing's just it's just terrible. The whole thing's stupid. His lines were dumb.
I will tell you right now that in Birds of Prey, they do a better job of explaining what happens in that movie than that entire movie does in an hour and a half.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'd say it's embarrassing, but like, it's just weird.
The whole thing's stupid. So let's talk about like that part where he's lying on the hotel floor with all the things surrounding him in a giant fucking circle.
Do you think he set those up himself, or do you think he had a guy do it for him?
I'm sure he got a guy to do it for him, but then the question is, why did you do it?
So then he could shoot him in the head afterwards.
Like, were you like, and then I had to look back at that scene and be like, you know what? Have you guys ever seen Big Comfy Couch?
Yes.
You remember Lunette the Clown? She does a clock on the carpet.
And no, I already know what you're talking about. I already thought about it too.
That's what he was doing. And I figured, I was like, oh, he's telling me it's 6 o'clock. I get it.
He's going through the exercise.
Oh,
I understand.
this movie's got layers, bro. It's not only is it shit, but he's telling you the time. Oh, fuck! Wow.
Oh, it's murdering time. It's 6 p.m. All right, perfect.
Yeah, that movie's shit. And he's
murdering. That's what he's gonna do to Harley.
Right. He's got he's got like 15 minutes on screen, and all 15 minutes are terrible. He's got like maybe one good line that was kind of funny, like a slight chuckle. And then after that, it's just like, oh, just burn it with fire, please, man.
Quickly.
But don't let me be the only person shitting on this. You guys, please throw in some more thoughts. Come on.
Let me tell you that if I walked into an alley with this Joker, I'd be like, yo, who's the crackhead?
Who told Cody that we had a 2-for-1 special at Hot Topic to buy all this garbage?
Honestly, why does this man show up in a suit?
Or boxer shorts?
There's like Jokers in suits that are fine.
Okay, but this one's not.
Not fine at all, because it's not like a good purple gaudy. I'm having a good time wearing this nonsense suit. It's just ugly and tacky and weird.
Explain to me how Jared Leto had any right to ship any of his fucking coworkers on set during this movie.
Dead animals?
Dead animals and bullshit?
They all got SQWAD tattooed on them. And I swear to you, 10 minutes after Will Smith walked off the set for his final shot of Suicide Squad, he went and got that shit removed.
Fucking super fat.
Yeah.
I would bet real life money on it.
Can I ask you guys a question? Who wore it better? The scene of Harley being rescued by Leto's Joker in a tuxedo, or Jack Skellington and Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas?
Jack Skellington.
Right? Because they look... Yeah, I know. Because they look terrible in fucking Suicide Squad.
Yeah. There's... Everything about Suicide Squad is bad. Like, let's be clear. But also, the portrayal of Joker and Harley's relationship in Suicide Squad doesn't even make any fucking sense. Everyone knows the Joker doesn't give a shit about Harley Quinn. That's the point.
And
That's the point a lot. And the movie was like, no, he cares. He has feelings. And like, no, he doesn't.
And like, apparently she's super okay with the abuse.
That at least there's canonical grounds for that. Like, at least we know that there's a point in Harley's
life where she just accepts that.
Yeah. I guess.
We don't like it, but it happens. But this like apparent investment on his half, the Joker doesn't care about her. The Joker stopped caring about her and being affectionate the second she went in the fucking acid. He was only affectionate to get out of fucking prison. Not impressed.
I will tell you that.
Would you die for me? You know, I used to be on that branch of like, oh, don't shit on him too much. It's not his fault.
It was his fault.
You know, and the whole thing is just bad. His acting choice to do it.
Jared Leto should not have been Joker.
No, he shouldn't even be Morbius, but that's another day. What kills me is this like they overhyped his character the most, right? Because it's like, oh,
all
the Joker,
the commercials showed his character, and guess what? If you watched all the commercials back to back, you have all of the scenes. You've already watched all the movie.
Yep, you got it all.
If you're watching for Jared Leto, but I don't know why you would.
Well, I mean, they sold that movie on the fact that like you're getting this maniacal Joker, this new age Joker on screen, and you got him for all of like 10 minutes, and it wasn't even good. It wasn't even good 10 minutes.
Well, it was even also on the factor of like just like a couple years after Heath Ledger had passed away too. So like, hey, we got a new Joker coming in.
The hype, right?
It's gonna be like, I was like, oh, there's a chance.
At least when Joaquin like won his award for his Joker, disagree with, but when he did that, he didn't look at Leto's Joker for portraying his role because we all know that smells of hot shit.
Oh, hardcore.
He looked at Heath Ledger and went, God bless you, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you spat in Leto's face more than he spat in his own in that entire movie.
We could go on for the next 2 hours about how good and how great Heath was because this guy kind of did it, right? Like he did it really well.
Perfected the craft.
Hard to hold. Yeah, it's hard to like hold anybody close to him, right? Like because like now, especially in the modern time now, people are gonna be comparing any Joker to him, period, right? as most from my era of time, it was Jack Nicholson kind of did it, and then Mark Hamill kind of killed it on TV. So like those are the two you kind of had to like look towards to be like, that's where your inspiration comes from, right? Heath kind of just kind of like did the opposite of that and kind of reworked it into like Nolan likes to do the realism. He kind of soaked that dude into like a real like homicidal anarchist kind of dude, man.
Made so much of a stand in popular culture. Every single year for Halloween, people dress as Heath Ledger's Joker,
and it still sells out. Since the movie came out,
every single
and that movie's old. That's 2008.
12
over
years.
A decade.
Right, over a decade, and people are still buying this guy's costume from like Party City. You know what I mean? And it still sells out. You will still go. Once we're able to go to a con again. Once you go to a con, you're bound to find a Ledger Joker somewhere.
Who you won't find?
Who's that?
Anybody after him.
You won't. That's truth.
Yeah.
You might find a Leto here and there.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'll find like a skinny white boy at least. Like,
yeah, you'll find a Cody dressed as a Joker here and there. Leto's one, but you won't catch a Joaquin
hair with Monster Energy drink. Like
yeah, you won't catch a Joaquin, not yet, anyways. But I'm sure people are gonna be putting that costume together pretty soon.
You'll see some like Arkham game Jokers here and there.
Oh yeah, those are always great to look at. Come on,
but I think that puts a cap on the Crown Prince of Craps here. Like, we collectively do not like that Joker.
You're terrible when Zach Galifianakis's voiced Joker is better than yours.
Yeah.
You're a bad Joker when your entire movie is about to get rewritten out of continuity completely.
Do better.
You're a terrible Joker when a Joker with dreadlocks is a lot more entertaining than you are.
Yo, but that one's good though.
He is.
I know exactly.
He doesn't wear shoes.
Forgotten about. That's all.
And he does kung fu for some fucking reason on this show, and he was still cooler than Leto's, man.
Exactly.
That's tough.
Man, even the voice acting was better than the Jared Leto.
Much.
Damn.
Okay, I'm done now. I'm done now.
No, but you know what? You're not wrong.
I know. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
I see.
Beastie,
if you please,
take us out.
And that brings us to our socials, which is our Twitter at Crusade Nerd. Our Instagram is at Nerd Crusade. And we upload every Wednesday to YouTube, and you can download any previous episodes or listen on your mobile device to the Anchor.fm website or wherever podcasts are found by searching Nerd Crusade.
And that's to be continued.
Thanks for tuning in. If you like this issue, go ahead and button mash the thumbs up. If you want to swing by when we have a new video, web up the subscribe button on YouTube or anywhere you can to listen to our podcast. And to be updated to know when a new issue is out, hit the bell to be notified by